viewers, wherever you are watching from, whether in the country, within the country, or in the diaspora, we thank you so much for making NTV your #1 station in Uganda, and also making NTV People's Parliament your #1 program, and a popular program, your favorite program. We are in Oyam district to discuss a very important topic that was started by His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni to create wealth among the population, and that is Operation Wealth Creation. This project has been handed over to the soldiers, the majors of this country, and we are here to assess its progress. As I said, if the government officials are not able to assess, please watch NTV People's Parliament. We are here to assess for you this program in Oyam district, and that is why we shall always remain the friends of the state. Honorable members, I welcome you to NTV People's Parliament, the people of Oyam. I hope Operation Wealth Creation is doing well in Oyam district. That is what we have come to assess as NTV. As you are aware, few weeks back, the Parliamentary Committee on Agriculture and Animal Industry tabled a report criticizing Operation Wealth Creation. And they had a report, they had surveyed about 12 districts within the country, and Oyam was part of the districts that members of Parliament visited. They visited Agago, Nebi, Kakumiro, and Chenjejo. Unfortunately, they did not visit Bududa. But they found out that soldiers who run this program distribute seeds very late, and therefore they do not match the seasons. Sometimes they bring inputs like seeds that are not priorities of those districts. I don't know what you grow in Oyam district, but later the cow will give us an overview. Before I set the ball rolling, I want to invite, I think, the chairman first of the district to tell us about this project. How is it doing? It was started in 2013, and up to now, I think there are fruits of Operation Wealth Creation. Don't just put a rosary picture. Tell us the facts. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker, I'm Nelson Adeakar. I welcome you to Yam District. Our topic today is on Operation Wealth Creation. We thank the government for this initiative. We have both good and bad sides of it.
Okay.
The good side is that the military team who have come are really, the government is trying, using all its effort to supply seeds and farm inputs to the farmers. And we are happy. And however, the bad sides are more than the good ones, because this supply is always untimely. They bring seeds very late. They bring very inadequate quantity. Sometimes they bring seeds of very poor quality that does not even germinate. So we are saying, and above all, the people who are manning this program are not technically qualified in their field. So they rely mainly on the technical people on the ground, and yet they lack a lot of coordination. They don't coordinate with the technical team in the production department. So we are saying the original NUDS could have been better, but with also some negative sides of it. If the government can compare the two and bring out a better option, and I'm happy, it seems they are coming out with a better option where they select the type of...
Mr. Chairman, do you want to tell the country that the soldiers who are manning this project are doing worse than the NUDS?
I'm not saying they are doing worst. I'm saying they are not doing good enough. I'm only saying they are not doing good enough.
Okay.
So they are not doing good enough.
Okay.
They should have done better than what they are doing now. So we are saying, when they combine, the government should combine the two options and come out with a better alternative.
Okay.
Which I was moving at, that the government is now moving at, an option where they give the farmers of a particular region to select the type of crops or the type of seeds they feel is much suited for their region. They demand and it is supplied. But in this case, they only bring like citrus or mangoes and they force onto the population.
When they are not grown here traditionally.
When they are not grown traditionally and when the farmers don't want them.
Oh.
So this is the weak side which I'm trying to say. And then, above all, there are so many technicalities involved in certain crops, like coffee, like even the citrus. We have a lot of pests and diseases coming across. Like currently when you see this armyworm, which is fighting our maize, our sunflower, the soya beans, which is mostly grown here. Soya bean in Uyam, Madam Speaker, is called Somalia. When you grow soya bean, they say you are from Somalia. Borrowing that, the soldiers who went to Somali came back when they were rich. So by growing soya bean, you come out of your field when you are rich. Because soya is treated as a cash crop.
Okay.
So this is in summary what I need to say, that and it is not yet good enough. We need to get a better alternative.
Okay.
I thank you, Madam.
Thank you. That is the district chairman speaking about Operation Wealth Creation, and those are the facts on the ground that he has put forward us. Can I also invite the cow? Technically, I think you are well versed with this project.
Thanks a lot, Madam Speaker. Well, first of all, I must apologize for us talking on the subject of Operation Wealth Creation in absence of the officers concerned.
But where are they? We actually invited these soldiers who are in charge. Where are they? Tell us on the microphone. RDC. When we came here, we invited the commanders in charge of Operation Wealth Creation. Why haven't they come?
Honorable Speaker, thank you for giving me time. The officers who are in charge of OWC's program in Oyam, I personally, in the morning, I was trying to communicate to all of them. But unfortunately, I was told most of them are in Lira for a certain meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, let's speak in their absence. And they will not blame us if they attack them. Already the report of the Committee of Parliament criticizes their work. Go ahead, Mr. Cow.
Honorable Speaker, I wanted to move towards those apologies. Good enough for the Operation Wealth Creation officers from the military. The apology has been given by Madam Honorable RDC, and our district production officer actually is attending some interviews with the District Service Commission and cannot be with us as a result.
Okay, represent them.
Otherwise, we are very grateful to government for having it thought it wise and best to have Operation Wealth Creation as part of its programs, because first of all, there is a need to have a wealthy people in a country for a country's development.
Okay.
Even governance goes very well when people are wealthy and not poor.
Okay, now from 2013 to date, what is the progress?
I think the progress so far, so well and good, in the sense that one, we are grateful to government for having supplemented our work as in the civil service with the additional personnel now from the military.
And you are happy with them?
And we are happy with them.
Are they doing a good job?
The job so far so well and good, in that I have not seen any supplies to the district which have failed to move, say, from the district headquarters to the field in the sub-counties where they are supposed to deliver these supplies. You can bear with me witness. Our stores books so far are balancing.
What about the inadequacy of seeds, poor quality, untimely supplies?
The question of, say, let me start with untimely supplies. The issue of untimely supplies is well being managed by the center. I can give an example. The rainy season is coming to the end. And for example, anybody who plants coffee this time, coffee is likely to meet the dry season and the seedlings are likely not to propagate properly. And as such, we have received a circular informing us that the Coffee Development Authority has stopped giving out coffee seedlings. Northern Uganda, Central Uganda, and Western Uganda, effective 20th May. Meaning, a time like now, there is no can receive coffee seedlings for giving it to the farmers, which is a step towards limiting the time of giving out the seedlings, such that they are able to give us seedlings at a time they are very sure that the seedlings can be able to grow up properly. Otherwise, on the matter of germination, I think where there may be weaknesses, we must apologize and personally accept them. But I don't think they are there. This is because when government sends these things to the district,
there are no poor quality seeds, you're saying?
When government sends these
Honorable member speaking, are you saying poor quality seeds are not being supplied? Are they good quality or poor quality? Those ones that are being supplied.
Madam Speaker, allow me time to explain to this parliament.
No, it seems you are contradicting with the LC5 chairman. He says there are poor quality seeds being supplied. Inadequate, you are saying they are good.
I have accepted blame where there is a weakness in that field.
Okay.
And I have to explain the situation. Madam Speaker, the civil service is there to provide technical officers in the field, like in our case now, in the field of production, who are there to ensure that our population, our people, receive good quality seeds.
Okay.
We have been receiving various types of seeds, like say maize, which when we receive them, they are subjected to a germination test.
Okay.
And if found not germinating to the expected productive standards, they are rejected.
Okay, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Member, I will give you another opportunity, but I want to throw the ball into the population. Can I have you? Just 2 minutes, please. The chairman has talked, the cow has talked. Who is right and who is wrong? They are contradicting.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and fellow members in the gallery. I'm Clement Manuel Tim, the Honorable. Operation Wealth Creation, 4 to 5 years down the road, to me I see it has done a lot of disservice to the people of Uganda, in particular to the people of Oyam. Why? Starting with the top-bottom approach. The zoning processes were done by people who are highly experts in the name of researchers. And the indigenous people who are the destination of these supplies were not consulted. So you see, it did not reflect the minds of the farmers in the district of Oyam. So it was highly educated people who went to Kampala, did their research, and these supplies are brought to the indigenous farmers, but it was not our real definition of the kind of crops we wanted. Secondly, the agronomic demands of these scientific crops does not suit the capacity of the indigenous person. A poor person in the village there cannot spray these grafted mangoes, these grafted lemons 5 times before harvesting. So I see this cannot be called Operation Wealth Creation. It should be called wealth enhancement, because it came to people who are able, who are already rich, who need to enhance their richness, but not people who are extremely poor.
Okay.
Lack of collaborative approach. When I talk of collaborative approach, I'm meaning the meaningful and productive participation of staff of production department of the district. These are workers of the council. But you see that these soldiers who are implementers work on their own. You find that they don't work harmoniously with staff of production department in identification of the crops, identification of beneficiaries, and even follow-up. So the whole process is a mess. I would like to say, to me as a leader, I also feel haunted that more than 75% of supplies come from other regions. Why? Don't we have grafted mangoes here? Don't we have farmers who have grafted lemons? Why are we not markets of what we produce?
Okay.
Like our grafted seeds recently came from Namatomba. Yet there are farmers here who have grafted lemons and mangoes. So I see this program is more of a disservice to the people of Uganda, in particular the people of Oyam, than the president maybe thought of. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The people of Oyam are speaking. The chairman has spoken, a political leader. The cow has spoken, a civil servant. He may put a rose picture because he maybe does not want to lose his job. But we shall hear from the people of Oyam, the beneficiaries of Oyam. Let's go for a short break. And when we come back, the real people who have benefited from this project will speak.
NTV, turning on your world.
Uganda has, in all studies done by corruption watchdogs like Transparency International, consistently featured prominently among the world's most corrupt countries. Other studies focused on corruption in different sectors have for the past many years singled out the judiciary as one of the corrupt institutions.
We are implementing a judicial accountability project aimed at advocating for proper service delivery in the judicial sector.
Pregnancy means different things to different people. What would a pregnancy mean to you now?
In my situation? No. That's why I use a coil. What about you? Jeez, I am not ready. That's why I use pills.
We can't wait.
We are ready to have a baby.
Man, I can't feed another child, so I support my wife to use implants.
What will another pregnancy mean to you now?
My land got finished. That's why I even got a vasectomy.
Trouble. My parents would kill me. That's why I'm abstaining from sex.
I cannot even afford airtime. So, I use condoms.
To prevent unplanned pregnancy, visit a health center to find an option that works for you.
Don't miss the next episode of Coke Studio Africa. Coke Studio Africa. This is where music meets.
Yes, welcome back. You are still watching your program, NTV People's Parliament, sitting here in Oyam District, discussing matters Operation Wealth Creation. the project that was introduced by our good president of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, to enhance, as he has said, to enhance. But for us, it is to create wealth among the population. Everybody wants to speak about this. I know everybody has benefited. Can I have you? I also want to have ladies. Can I have a lady first? Come.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I'm called Among Milimole. I'm the Vice Chairperson of YAM and the Secretary for Production, Marketing and National Resources in YAM District.
You are the Vice Chairperson of YAM District?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful lady. Let's clap for. Good. This is gender equality is what I like.
I've received many complaints from the community. The enterprises which they always received is being brought late and not to the standard of their choice, because they are not being consulted on what they want to receive and plan for their wealth. There is that late release of fund which brings late release of these enterprises. Poor sensitization to the community. Why? Because the Operation Wealth coordinators has already taken the duties of the technical people of YAM district, instead of these people going down to sensitize the community on the issue of Operation Wealth. It's the Operation Wealth coordinators who are coordinating this program themselves. They don't consult the community on what they want to plant and what should be brought to them. What's enough? They are saying the citrus, the mangoes, the coffee has been selected by the president. That the coffee, the mangoes, and the citrus must not fail. That it should be brought always here and there. Madam Speaker, if you go down to the community and you go under mango trees in the sub-counties, you find that the mangoes are there drying. The citrus are there drying, but the community are not planting.
Okay.
What's enough? Cows were brought lastly. To me, as the Secretary for Production in YAM, I saw and learned that there was much politics thrown in it. Because most of the people who got the cows were the heads of movement leaders. And also me, yes, I was there. So if you go down to the community, they are talking seriously about it. And yet this thing, when it is brought for the poor community down there, for the Operation Wealth, because they are the poor people.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can I have the lady? Yes. 2 minutes, please.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Thank you so much. Honorable Anna Ecole. I represent people of Utwala and Aleka sub-counties. I'm the Secretary for Health, Education, and Community-Based Services. It is true that the Operation Wealth operation is not going on well in YAM. I thought it would improve the nutrition in YAM under health sector and education and the community at large. But it is now bringing a lot of problem in the district. If you see the seeds, it is not of good quality. The seeds they have brought in YAM, it is the grains, not the improved seeds, because I'm one of the person who sells the seeds, and I know how the improved seeds is. They just packed on the bags that is level, but it is a real grain for use, for home use. And I want to add on to the Vice Chairperson's complaint about the distribution of AFAS. Last time, it has been distributed 2 times. If you go there, you find only the Chairperson's movement and the Gisus are the one receiving with the uniform of movement, the yellow uniform. It is true and it is real, and our people are complaining. Even the identification of beneficiaries, they do on their own. It is the major who do it with the consultation with the Gisus. That is the information I can give about the Operation Wealth Operation situation in YAM. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is a very big concern, Madam RDC. The people in yellow, like you, are the only people benefiting from Operation Wealth Creation.
Thank you once again, Honorable Speaker. The issue of like OWC items, it is only given to yellow members. I'm saying no. It is a total no. One, it's that the few challenges that we are facing, one is that we are having challenges.
Madam RDC, just a moment. Madam Vice Chairperson, come back on the podium. Are you movement or you are another party?
Me, I'm UPC, but I work for everybody.
You work for everybody. Okay. Are you serious? Are you telling us the truth that the people in yellow like her, the people who are benefiting?
I said most of the people who got the heifers were yellow.
Okay, have a seat. There you are. The Vice Chairman has spoken.
Madam Speaker, I'm saying I can't talk about that because I, for one, that witnessed when they were distributing these heifers, it was in an open ground, just within the district here, at day broad light, in which they were calling the names, which was submitted by the DVO of the district, under the supervision of the district internal auditor, and even the LC ones, they were the ones who were endorsing the papers, the names, you go and sign for it. In that exercise, I don't remember any of the leaders who are participating. They are calling somebody over Grace, UPC, DPC, or NRM to come and pick. Okay. But I was just seeing as if they were contributing, giving to the citizens of Uganda.
Okay, thank you, Madam RDC. Is there any beneficiary here of the heifers?
Yes, they're there.
How many? Put up your hands. Beneficiaries of the heifers, where are they?
We wanted to challenge just the bill.
Okay, you'll get an opportunity. Please, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I personally visited the scene where the distribution was going on. I want to say, really, it was a total mess. It was a real mess. The list wasn't there. I personally complained. The list for Kambini sub-county, I forcibly looked for it, and I was given, I got 2 fake names, and I'm subjecting this one for investigation. Because only one for orphanage center, which they wanted to use that name, but they didn't even inform St. Clair at Apara. I took initiative to call the sister, and sister sent somebody to come and pick it. I was there until it was picked. The real process was messed up, and it was to benefit a certain section of people, of which I don't want to mention. Madam Speaker, I want to say about 95% of people of Yam are purely farmers. And it is really absurd to know that the program which was brought to benefit this 95% of people of Yam is really being squandered. It is not helping the people of Yam and the entire country. Okay. It is true that Operation Well Creation was supposed to be a perfect replacement for NADS, but at least NADS, there was certain formalities which was done in place. First of all, you find that beneficiaries were carefully selected. After selection, they are trained. After they are trained, inputs are given to them, distributed to them orderly, and they are monitored how they are managing their livestock and the rest of it. But in this one, what you find, everything is just, for us leaders of the sub-county, you just wake up in the morning, you find a vehicle parked with the inputs inside, and it is ordered to just be distributed. And I can even testify that even Almighty God is against Operation Wealth Creation. That is why there is, for the first time in the history of Uganda, there is what we are calling army worms. The God has seen that the work of the technocrats has been taken by army, and he has sent army worm.
Okay, thank you.
So, that is a clear testimony that government have to review.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
We are not only being against the Operation Wealth Creation, but these are facts from the beneficiaries of Operation Wealth Creation. So the powers that be, please listen to the people's complaints and put things right such that this program becomes a reality among the people of Uganda. Let's go for a break. NTV People's Parliament comes back shortly.
NTV, turning on your world.
Uganda has, in all studies done by corruption watchdogs like Transparency International, consistently featured prominently among the world's most corrupt countries. Other studies focused on corruption in different sectors have for the past many years singled out the judiciary as one of the corrupt institutions.
We are implementing a judicial accountability project aimed at advocating for proper service delivery in the judicial sector.
Okukubiriza programu eno tuwaye n'okugitegeka libeera bbanja lyennyini tosobola kuwumula okutuusa ng'olisasudde. Entebe eno eteekwa okugasa abantu buli wiiki.
Omulwasita kyanoonya bwe kyolina
lwa butayagala kumanya.
Exactly. Nobeera era bannange gavumenti etuyambe.
Nyongera kubabuulira nabagamba emyaka ng'ebiri egiyise nti lwakiri waliwo be neetaaga okusabira mukama abanonne.
Ebeera interview omuntu gy'ateekeddwa okulaba. Yattaluumu wamulabako n'amaaso.
Moses.
Wali omumanyi?
Nali mumanyi bali bayita Moses.
Nti lwaki nkola activism Museveni agenda okujja naye nze nga njagala mu 7.
Okunoonyereza n'okutegeera obulungi akyadde ku programu kikulu kijjayo emiramu emikulu tuwaye kwesimbi. Buli kimu tukyetegekera. Tutambula okunoonya abali mu buufu obw'emiramu egyatuwaye. Abalabi baffe baliko emboozi gye baagala okuwulira.
Okuva e Kaddugala paka Kampala gajira ku motoka y'amatooke emabega.
Eyigiriza, esoomooza.
Naddukamu katono bwe ne gukuba omukono.
Paul Kinno Ssebe ekugwe.
Zino HV zino nnene.
Ewuniikiriza.
Yalowooza nti bagenda musalako kugulu. Nyadduka.
Eteeka ku bunkenke.
Abaali mu ssabo yeefuula alagula aliko emmandu empitirivu ennyo nga mugajajja byontumye embireesi nti ebiriwo ajja ekikapu akimugundirawo mu maaso ogenda okukebera nga mutwe gwa mwana omukazi n'agwa
n'afeeyitinga
naye n'akuddamu
nzimanyi nnyo ebbaluwa
kasonsomolera ng'erigoledde bweddo
otyo. Tuwaye ekyusizza ate ekyayongera okukyusa ebiseera bya Uganda kubanga ddoboozi lyogerwa ate liwulirwa.
The fashion and design industry calls for creativity and innovation. It might be a multi-billion-dollar industry globally, but is it making any contribution to Uganda's development? How are we faring in this field? Do we have what it takes to be distinctive? Join us this Sunday on Perspective with Josephine Karunji at 8 p.m. live on NTV, online and VTV. You can also come be part of our studio audience at the Serena Conference Center, Nile Room.
Yes, welcome back. You are still watching NTV People's Parliament sitting here in Oyam District discussing matters Operation Wealth Creation. I think you have heard from the people on the ground, those who have benefited, the leaders and everybody. Let's listen to them and see. But before I give you opportunity, the car wants to make please 1 minute to make the clarification. Is it about the armyworms coming to attack the army?
Madam Speaker, I think it is not fair of us to talk of activities of Operation Wealth Creation when we are not talking about it in totality. Madam Speaker, we have here received animals. We have received these black and white heifers. Those Frisian animals came under, were distributed actually by our colleagues from the military. Of recent, less than a month ago, I remember my officers paid near to 40 million shillings for now Ganzi. These are now brownie cows. In fact, we gave out to, within this last 1 month, we have given out to 15 in-calf Jersey cows. They are brown.
Okay.
And also 5 bulls.
So the program is moving on well.
In fact, last Saturday I toured the whole district, visiting each and every home with those animals, almost.
Okay.
The fact is, in case there was a challenge, say, where there are these other Frisian cows given out by the soldiers, what are the comments are you giving to this other side where we supplied the Ganzi, government supplied the Ganzi cattle? Let's be very fair. I think let us talk about the totality of the program and not the program in pieces.
Okay, thank you. This is my counterpart, the Speaker of the district.
Yes, Madam.
Are you a beneficiary?
Yes. Madam Honorable Speaker, I'm Chris Ongom, a councillor representing Achaba Sub-County. I'm talking as a beneficiary of maize seeds. There's something mentioned that inadequate supply and Operation Well Creation. The village where I come from has like 60 households. But when no selection was done, you come to realize that only 8 persons in a village is getting the seeds, maize seed for planting. And the 8 persons, each one is getting 5 kilograms of what? Maize seeds. These are serious things which need to be revisited. My thinking is that agricultural committee in Parliament, also the Ministry of Agriculture, need to revisit the strategy of creating wealth by making sure that there are money put to subsidize inputs for people who are farmers. And you know we are 70 to 80% depending on farming. Because where you have 60 households in a village and you are giving 5 kilograms of seed to 8 persons, what wealth are you creating? And you cause in the minds of other people who have missed that they have not been given seed, few people are selected, and the 5 kilograms you are planted has been attacked by the drought. And no, there's no any other source where you're supposed to. So if there is subsidies on agricultural inputs, each and every farmer will be empowered to go and purchase either from private suppliers or from government agencies, either through cooperatives, and each one will not have excuse that others are being given freely, others are not being given. And this one will answer the total question, whether it is maize, whether it is beans, whether it is heifers, whether it is anything. The other second thing, when we first came in here, we met with the majors and we told them that the issue of giving things to leaders or to farmers should not segregate whether you are a councillor or whether you are a movement or whether you are UPC or you are an independent or even a civil servant. Because we need to get out here when we are example, even drivers, everybody should be if you have capacity. And these cows which people are talking about, you cannot get them if you don't have capacity of maintaining them. Because maintaining them is more difficult than even human beings who are pregnant. So our 2 measures, we are calling upon you to be subjected, because all staff are supervised under what? Under COW.
Thank you.
So they need to be answerable so that we address the lack of coordination.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. You know he's a speaker, and if you allow him to speak, he will speak until cows come back home. Madam RDC, this coordination of soldiers and the other partners like you, the chairman, whatever, how are you going to handle it as the representative of His Excellency the President who started this project?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
In 1 minute.
According to me, wherever I'm invited for a meeting, I always see the representatives of all these people in persons when we are going to receive like the inputs which are being brought. It is taken to the district stores. The district stores, they called all of us. Cow's office is always represented. Production office is always represented. Area councillors who are representative secretaries in production offices. Here he is.
The chairman of the district?
The chairman, this is production. But I don't always see only the chairman who is there, but if anything, the vice chairperson is there.
A moment, Madam.
Madam.
The Speaker of the district. Are you telling this house lies?
Madam Honorable Speaker, I want to put the point categorically clear. The majors who are working in YAM, even the RDC can bear witness. These are gentlemen who, even if the representatives of different offices are there, they assume all the power and dictate that you should not speak. And even RDC here, who is very committed, is even asked sometimes that you keep quiet. This is not your platform.
Okay.
So give them time. We are talking about there's a difference between people being represented, but also allowing people to play their rightful role.
Okay, Speaker. You see, RDC.
Allow me, Honorable Speaker, to say something. OWC, it has got no the ends lines. OWC, according to how I always observed from the program of His Excellency, it is for everybody. We are not supposed to segregate. If we have someone who is capable of keeping what the inputs which can be given to, the law is saying that must be given because we want to have the impact as the government. At least, I take you back on the issues of restocking. Restocking program once time was distributed here. I was already in Ayam. It was just given to people who cannot keep these animals. I, for one, for nowadays when I move, you start following it one by one. You'll never get these animals alive. Only few who are surviving. So therefore I'm saying, we were supposed to get 70-something these animals which were distributed.
So that's the representative of the president.
I'm saying, let these other leaders, so long as you're capable of keeping these animals or these inputs which are going to be given, we are saying let our parish chiefs, who are the people who are selecting these beneficiaries, be in touch with them. So that it is not we at the district level who are selecting beneficiaries of these items.
Okay.
We are saying, please, be calm. The project is ongoing, and we are going to supervise very closely together with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm giving you 1 minute, Honorable Member.
I'm one of the beneficiaries. I'm a farmer. I got the maize seed. But on the ground, the method they are doing, they are distributing these seeds. It is the bad method. Because me, myself, when I just rode near the district, I found that they are distributing what? Seeds. And I might to go there, and I was given. President Museveni is doing well to extend these things down. But the method they are using to give these seeds to the farmers is not correct. And the maize they are giving, me myself have planted, it turns pinkish like these things in the field. It is the contrary to say that it is the right seeds given, but it is the poor quality of the seeds what given. And the IFAs, there are those who are picked and they were taught in the district here. And I'm sure these things never reach them. To the contrary, people who have never learned about these things are the one. I can take you to one person who had been taught but never got even a single IFA.
Thank you for that information. Thank you. Yes, 1 minute.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. By the name Antonio Yuru. the chairperson of production, marketing, and national resources. And I'm the very person who always take my committee to field to monitor these things which has been given under Operation Wealth Creation. And this is what we always find on the ground. For the issue of untimely, they have already improved this time. That one, there is improvement. The major problem in the field as per now is the problem of this worm which we are calling the army worm. Whenever you spray, that thing cannot be killed. That is the major problem. And yeah, they are ready to fight the army. And in addition to that, the farmer which got this thing, they cannot even afford to buy the chemical to spray this thing. But recently the government brought some chemical. It is now being distributed to different sub-counties.
Okay, thank you.
As far as I remember,
time up, please.
Let me say something on the coordination between the Operation Wealth Creation and the technical staff of OYAM. Madam RSDC, you don't have problem, but these people, they don't coordinate. Even if we are there, farmers are there ready to get the thing, that man cannot allow us even to talk to the community. Even the RSDC at times,
militaristic character.
Yeah, there is no proper coordination there. And I have a lot to say concerning
time up.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. We want to wind up. Chairman, would you wind up in 1 minute, please? 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Mine is very straight that it is true Operation Wealth Creation is not helping people of OYAM. Two, even the beneficiary, the people who are benefiting from Operation Wealth Creation, most of them, actually some of them are these people who are supplying the Operation Wealth Creation, of course. Because one of the main points that I want to say is that if there is going to be Operation Wealth Creation anymore, and anything is coming to OYAM, if it means seeds, it must be picked from the people of OYAM.
Okay, thank you.
Lastly, because this is the most important thing, Madam Speaker, it is true that Operations Wealth Creation, I would pray if the government can change the system, let the money be channeled to production department, so that the production department as a technical people will start learning to use it, and so that it will not be a campaign, but we shall have people who are accountable for it. Thank you very much.
But Madam, time is up. Will you respect 1 minute? Yes, please. 1 minute.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. 1 minute. I'm Honorable Connie Atogwang, the chairperson of the defunct NADS. So I know better. Madam Chairperson, people have talked and talked and talked, but I'm saying let's go demand driven. Let's start from down upwards. Interest of the farmers should be catered for first. Secondly, if you go to all these departments, and even to the wealth creation, Operation Wealth Creation officers, like the two majors, you will never get any records of those who have received. There is very, very poor record keeping. Then thirdly and lastly, recently EFAs were distributed out, were given. But I want to say that they were not given to they were given to wrong people. To very, very wrong people, unprepared people. And me, as I know, I'm a farmer who believes in farmer-to-farmer coordination. I've started calling them. I have elephant grass for EFAs, come, and they are coming to my place. They are picking. So it means that all these people who received the EFAs were not ready to receive. Okay. It doesn't mean that you should have 120 plus million, then you are given. No. It is just a matter of being trained and you get certain things which are necessary for the animals, and you go and keep the animals. Otherwise, really, when are we, the farmers, when are we going to realize the 20 million the president is advocating for? That is out. But I'm not staying on this.
So, Chairman, get a way forward in 1 minute.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members of the Parliament here in present. I'm just coming to summarize in form of a way forward on under Operation Wealth Creation. One, we are saying supply seeds timely. 2, coordinate where there is lack of coordination. 3, utilize the local supplies other than getting supplies from out of the district. Utilize our people. 4, sensitize the communities about the type of enterprise they are going to undertake. Avoid segregation in the selection of beneficiaries. Subsidize on cost of inputs other than supplying free, so that everybody uses little money and they own the project. Finally, use demands from farmers to supply the inputs other than forcing supplies to the farmers. I thank you, Madam.
Thank you. Thank you, honourable members, for being part of this important debate, Operation Wealth Creation. The brainchild of this project, His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni. These are people, the beneficiaries of OYAM that have spoken. Anybody who is listening and is near the president, or even if the president is listening, please, let's consult and listen to the views of the people who are benefiting and put this project correct, because it is helping Ugandans, as usual. I am your speaker, Agnes Nandutu. I aspire to inspire you before I expire. With powers conferred upon me as the Speaker of People's Parliament, I adjourn this House until next Saturday.
The views expressed on this show do not represent those of NTV or its staff.
NTV, turning on your world.
When you live in a place of possibility, when you're driving Africa's growth, you never stop moving forward.
Stanbic Bank. Moving forward.
Before overtaking, ask yourself, is it necessary? If so, check ahead, check behind to find out whether there is no oncoming vehicle. If all clear, overtake and immediately return to your lane. Remember, never overtake at a bridge, in a corner, at a brow of a hill, or where your visibility is poor. Trade Deco, every life matters.
This message was brought to you by Viva Energy and NTV Uganda.
Uganda has, in all studies done by corruption watchdogs like Transparency International, consistently featured prominently among the world's most corrupt countries. Other studies focused on corruption in different sectors have for the past many years singled out the judiciary as one of the corrupt institutions.
We are implementing a judicial accountability project aimed at advocating for proper service delivery in the judicial sector.
This is NTV. This program is rated PG. It is suitable for children ages 8 and above, but parental guidance is advised as it might contain mild violence and mature situations.
of pain before I can forgive him.
We've decided to get married.
What, married? You're getting married?
If I end up dying in this place, my death will be on your hands and on your conscience.
You used this ranch that our grandparents built up from nothing for illegal trafficking, to control pets, and I'm also sure to kill people.
Did you really enjoy sleeping with Rebecca Haran? It's not his fault that Rebecca is nothing more than a tramp.
No. Hold on there. Rebecca is a good lady.
If you don't do anything too stupid, we will be free by the end of the night.
Mother, Karina is going to come here and live with us. That's